Aluminium is the 13th element in the periodic table with atomic number 13. It is a lightweight, silvery white metal that belongs to the group of post-transition metals. Despite being one of the most abundant elements in Earth's crust, comprising about 8% by weight, aluminium is never found in its pure form in nature due to its high reactivity. Instead, it occurs in mineral compounds, most notably bauxite, which is the primary ore used in aluminium production. Aluminium's value lies in its remarkable combination of properties. It is lightweight, with a density of 2.7 grams per cubic centimeter, about one-third that of steel. It is also ductile, malleable, and an excellent conductor of heat and electricity. In its pure form, aluminium is relatively soft, but when alloyed with elements like copper, magnesium, and silicon, it gains significant strength, making it useful for structural applications. One of aluminium's key attributes is its corrosion resistance. When exposed to air, it forms a thin but stable layer of aluminium oxide that protects the metal underneath from further oxidation. This oxide layer is self-healing, which means it reforms if scratched or damaged. This feature makes aluminium especially useful in marine environments, construction, and packaging, where exposure to moisture and other elements is frequent. The extraction of aluminium is a two-step process involving the Bayer process and the Hall-Héroult process. First, bauxite is refined into alumina, Al2O3, through the Bayer process, which involves dissolving the ore in sodium hydroxide. The insoluble impurities are removed, and pure alumina is left behind. The alumina is then reduced to metallic aluminium through the Hall-Héroult process, which involves dissolving it in molten cryolite and using electrolysis to separate the aluminium metal from oxygen. This process is energy-intensive, requiring large amounts of electricity, which is why aluminium smelters are often located near hydroelectric power sources. Despite the high energy cost of production, aluminium is one of the most recyclable materials on the planet. Recycling aluminium consumes only about 5% of the energy needed to produce it from raw ore, and it can be recycled repeatedly without losing its properties. In fact, it's estimated that around 75% of all aluminium ever produced is still in use today. Recycling not only conserves energy, but also reduces greenhouse gas emissions and the need for new mining activity. Aluminium plays a major role in modern industry and daily life. In the aerospace sector, it is used extensively due to its high strength-to-weight ratio. Aircraft fuselages, wings, and other structural components are typically made of aluminium alloys. The automotive industry also relies on aluminium to reduce vehicle weight, improve fuel efficiency, and increase electric vehicle range. In construction, aluminium is used for window frames, roofing, siding, and structural elements due to its corrosion resistance and aesthetic appeal. In packaging, aluminium is widely used for beverage cans, food containers, and foil. Its impermeability to light, moisture, and air makes it ideal for preserving perishable goods. Aluminium packaging is also lightweight and recyclable, contributing to sustainability goals. In electronics and electrical applications, aluminium is used for wiring, heat sinks, and casings. Although not as conductive as copper, aluminium's lower cost and lighter weight make it the preferred material for overhead power lines. Aluminium compounds have a variety of industrial uses. Aluminium sulfate, for example, is used in water treatment to help remove impurities. Aluminium oxide is used as an abrasive and in the manufacture of ceramics. Aluminium hydroxide is used as a flame retardant and in antacids. Additionally, aluminium powder is used in paints, pigments, and even in explosives and rocket propellants due to its high energy release when oxidized. The presence of aluminium in the human body is minimal and non-essential, although it is commonly ingested through food, water, and medications. While some studies have raised concerns about aluminium exposure and its potential links to neurological conditions such as Alzheimer's disease, regulatory bodies have found no conclusive evidence of harm from typical exposure levels. Aluminium-based compounds continue to be used in antiperspirants, food additives, and medical applications. However, aluminium production does pose environmental challenges. Bauxite mining can lead to deforestation, habitat destruction, and water contamination if not properly managed. The Bayer process generates red mud, a highly alkaline waste that requires careful disposal. The Hall-Héroult process emits greenhouse gases, including perfluorocarbons, PFCs, which are potent contributors to climate change. These impacts have led to increased interest in cleaner technologies, such as inert anode electrolysis, which could significantly reduce emissions during production. Sustainability efforts in the aluminium industry focus on increasing recycling rates, improving energy efficiency, and sourcing electricity from renewable sources. The Aluminium Stewardship Initiative, ASI, is one example of a global certification system aimed at promoting responsible production, sourcing, and stewardship of aluminium throughout its life cycle. As countries and companies work to reduce their carbon footprints, low-carbon aluminium is gaining interest as a material of the future. In recent years, aluminium has also gained attention for its role in emerging technologies. Aluminium air batteries, for example, are being explored as a potential energy storage solution. These batteries produce electricity through a reaction between aluminium and oxygen, offering high energy density. Though not yet commercialized on a wide scale, they hold promise for backup power and certain electric vehicle applications. Aluminium is also used in the frames and supports of solar panels and wind turbines, contributing to the transition toward renewable energy systems. Aluminium's combination of lightweight, strength, corrosion resistance, conductivity, and recyclability makes it one of the most important industrial materials in the world. Its use spans from large-scale infrastructure to everyday consumer products. As industries prioritize sustainability and energy efficiency, aluminium is well-positioned to play an even greater role in global development. Efforts to reduce the environmental impact of its production, combined with its potential in green technologies, will ensure that aluminium remains essential in the decades to come.